Welcome back to Lynyrd Skynyrd Shorts on our favorite YouTube channel. Tonight's episode is going to be a lot of fun. It was inspired by one of you who said that you and your friends used to always get around and talk about your favorite lineup, the best players for your all-star band. And we're going to do that tonight and talk about our all-star Southern rock band, and not say all time, I'm going to say 69 to 89. I kind of view that as a stretch, right? So anybody in that time period, Southern music we consider, we're going to do it. So thank you for that idea. And anybody else has other ideas, we like to do fun stuff.
What episode is this?
Yeah, well, this episode
39.
Oh yeah, 39.
No matter what it is, it's 39. I know nothing to do with 39, but let's just roll with it.
Yeah, my mom, she said she just turned 39, so maybe that's why that's an important number. I don't know. So anyway, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to do yours one by one? You each could or do it, or
I don't know.
Your whole band, my whole band?
I haven't even thought about it. I mean, where do you want to start? I mean, the drums, so drummer first?
Yeah, let's talk about
drummer.
So you do your drummer, I do my drummer?
I want Frank Beard as my drummer because he blends. Think of all the ZZ Top stuff that's been done from the early 70s or late 60s, 70s to now. All the blues and pop and heavy stuff that they've done. Frank Beard's drums just blends right in with it. He could do anything with anybody.
I like Frank Beard. Is there anybody else you considered?
Not really.
Really? You was right away. So I had to think about it a little bit because I'm kind of an Artemis Pyle guy in a lot of ways, but going through all of our list of people, it hit me. There should be nobody for me but Jackson Spires. Jackson Spires, when you listen to even Highway Song, or it doesn't matter. I could pick out a bunch of Blackfoot songs. You go, man, did you hear those drums? It's just amazing. And I thought that in a lot of ways Jackson led that band. You know, I thought that he was the heart and soul of Blackfoot, right?
They're pretty good players on Blackfoot too. It really combined very well.
Yeah, and I just thought something about his drumming. Whenever I listen to it, if you just think about the drums going on, is that if you could pick any drummer, who would you pick? You know, all time worldwide.
Oh, all time worldwide?
Yeah, I mean,
oh my gosh,
any kind of music.
It's Ringo Starr.
Ringo Starr.
He's the best drummer ever.
No, he was not even in the ballpark. He's not even a shadow of Charlie Watts for sure. But I mean, I might have Buddy Rich or somebody, but yeah, really, Ringo Starr? I don't know about that. Okay, so you got Frank Beard. I got Jackson Spires. My band's rocking already. So where do you want to go now? Do you want to go to the bass players next?
I guess so.
All right, I'm going to make you go first.
Again, I'm going first.
He's going first.
All right. I mean, Barry Oakley was the predominant bass player for the Allman Brothers. I mean, the first few hit songs for them, his bass just seals the deal.
3 records, right? He was on 3 records.
And his bass was it did everything for the songs.
I can't think of anybody really better than Barry Oakley, actually. I mean, that's a great pick. And I guess, you know, because wouldn't he succeed either by Lamar Williams, who was pretty great too. I mean, damn, it's hard not to say anybody in the Allman Brothers isn't great.
You told me I couldn't use every eminence of the Allman Brothers band, but I can't do that.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Barry Oakley, that's a pretty great choice, Joe. I went a different direction totally. Again, I picked Jackson Spires because I thought he drove the band. And my bass player, I think, does the same thing. Guys, I picked Tommy Caldwell of the Marshall Tucker Band because I thought, and I think there's evidence to prove, he was the heart and soul and the driving force behind that band. And because when he passed away, that was the end of the band. I mean, in a lot of ways, it was over. You know, and when you go back and you listen to his chops and the lines he puts in those songs, he had an individual style, I think, that was just beautiful. I mean, you're right. He and Toy were like so much in jive. It was amazing, right? You always like to talk about the brothers.
Well, he lost his 2 brothers within a month of each other, and
Toy did.
That didn't help the band, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it was very, very disintegrating to the band.
Usually, go back and listen to those Marshall Tucker songs from the '70s, and it's just. Man,
the brothers, they work so good together.
Well, they're brothers.
They work really well together.
The bass is unbelievable. I get that. All right, so who's your keyboard guy?
Well, I want this guy to lead my band and be keyboards as well. I want Greg Allman in my band. And not every iteration of Greg Allman. Maybe, 86, 87-ish.
But wait a minute. Are you saying that he's better than Billy Powell?
I love Greg Allman. He can do a lot. He can sing very well. And he can play the guitar.
I have never heard Greg Allman playing the keyboards like Billy Powell.
Not saying, I'm just saying I want him in my band because they're all going to work well together.
Yeah, I think you missed a boat on this one. I picked Chuck Leavell, who, with the third, fourth record, he came into the Allman Brothers Band. Chuck Leavell's been the musical director for the Rolling Stones for 40 years. Chuck Leavell's been all kinds of big-time keyboard, piano, organ stuff. Chuck Leavell is definitely a Hall of Fame All-Star when it comes to it. And I think I've got to have Chuck Leavell. In fact, we had him at our theater one time.
Really?
He autographed a book called Between Rock and a Hard Place. He was talking about the fact that his family was so important to him, and he wasn't into drugs, and he wasn't into adultery, and the rock and the hard place was the music and him wanting to be loyal to his family, which was just, God dang it, Chuck Leavell, you're a role model for all of us. So I get the Greg Allman thing, but Chuck Leavell.
I just want him as my heart and soul of the band. I want him singing. I want him playing his organ. I just think it's going to work well with my band structure.
So I'm going to tell you, I picked Chuck Leavell because I figured you'd pick Billy Powell. So Billy Powell missed the boat, but damn, is there any,
And you know what? We could pick
how could Billy Powell not be in the boat?
I don't know.
How could Billy Powell? Y'all are going to get honest about that, but Billy Powell's not on the boat. Sorry. Oh well. So now then, we're going to go to guitars. So do you want to do all three of yours in a 3-pack, and then me do my 3, or what do you want to do? One by one?
One by one.
All right, give me the first one.
I want Stevie Ray Vaughan in my blues tainted band.
All right, so that's a dumb pick because I picked Stevie Ray Vaughan too. If Stevie Ray Vaughan's not in your band, you're dumb, I think. Damn, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Okay, so we had the same thing. It upsets me that we picked the same one. I was hoping we'd all be different. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, unbelievable. If you don't believe it, David Bowie knew it. If you look at all Bowie's records, from the early years with Mick Ronson, Bowie always had the best guitarist. Well, he has Stevie Ray Vaughan and Let's Dance, and you can hear it. Some great stuff on that record.
Nothing like Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan. Who's your second guitarist or next guitarist?
Well, I'm gonna keep the blues thing going. I want Steve Gaines playing his strings with my band, because we still have the blues. We got the blues thing going, and he just blends right in with any kind of sound.
There's no denying it. I'm picking Huey Thomason. I think that the guitar work he did in the Outlaws was spectacular. I don't want to go through all the different songs. While I'm a Henry Paul guy at heart, I thought the guitar-wise, Huey Thomason was the heart and soul of that band. And a lot of the riffs that he wrote and the way he played, his style, I'm a big Huey Thomason fan. So
I think it's easy to go there.
Yeah. So your third guitarist or the next guitarist? There's no 1, 2, 3 here in these guys.
There's no 1, 2, 3. I'm going with Jeff Carlisi. I like Jeff Carlisi's style. I like he's smart. He plays anything you want, and he was very much into Skynyrd as well.
Jeff Carlisi.
I love Jeff Carlisi.
So here's what's cool about it, in my opinion, is I picked the Jeff Carlisi of the previous generation. I picked Dickie Betts. In my mind, Dickie Betts was, Jeff Carlisi was the Dickie Betts of 38 Special. He provided that same kind of spark and sound. I think they're very similar in a lot of ways.
Maybe.
Actually. But I think Dickie Betts brings, if you need another vocalist in the band.
Dickie Betts brings a lot to the band.
A lot of chicks were attracted to him. That'd be good. So.
Groupies. We love groupies.
It's not back when it was safe to be with the groupies back in.
It was never safe.
Well, my day it was. So your 3 guitars are Stevie Ray, Carlisi,
Steve Gaines.
And Steve Gaines. Okay, I get that. And I got Huey, I got Stevie Ray, and I got Dickie Betts.
If there's not an SRB in your all-star band of anywhere, anybody,
you're stupid.
Something's wrong.
I agree with that. So we're getting down to the nuts here, right?
What are we lacking?
I guess we need to know who your lead singer is.
Well, I got Greg Allman, man.
Oh, so you've already
I
picked
want him
Greg Allman.
singing. I want him leading my band. I really do.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's just something I thought.
Your band's interesting. But what I did is I got all my band together. We are all in a room, most of us in heaven. And we were talking about what kind of vibe we want to have, you know. And the Greg Allman vibe is cool. The Ronnie Van Zant vibe is powerful. But my band really didn't need that. My band needed somebody smooth and steady and straightforward. Ronnie Hammond, welcome to the all-star band. I mean, when you think about Atlanta Rhythm Section, that constant, I mean, it's just something about his style is so reserved. He downplays a little bit. You know, he's not screaming like David Lee Roth or
his vocals very beautiful.
Something about the Ronnie Hammond thing. I thought, man, I want that guy singing with these guys. I can just see it happening. Now we're gonna have Dickie Betts step up every now and then. You know, it's gonna be some different stuff. I mean, from Stevie Ray Vaughan can sing for me too.
I can have Steve Gaines step up too.
Oh my God, you're right. We got a bunch of these guys.
I like his vocal as well.
Very, very cool. I mean, yeah, if I'd have picked Henry Paul, that's why I would have had him as another vocalist too. But that's very cool.
Multiple facets of very good.
Who are some guys that you wanted to pick that you didn't pick?
I mean, that I didn't pick.
I'm gonna guess. You wanted Mike Campbell in your band.
I did want Mike Campbell in my band. Some of y'all didn't think he's Southern, but he's born in Gainesville. He's played everywhere. He's played every kind of music, every kind of blues, jazz, whatever it is. Mike Campbell can jam.
It would be hard for me to have Mike Campbell not in my band if he was available. I mean,
yeah, I think I was skeptical because a lot of y'all didn't think Tom Petty and Heartbreakers was very Southern, which I tend to disagree with. But I do like Mike Campbell very much.
They got a record called Southern Accent.
Exactly. And it was just copied by, Dolly Parton.
So I had a couple guys. I wanted Dave Lubeck in my band.
Molly Hatchet guitar, guitar jam.
I really wanted him in. I could not figure out how to slide him in, or you can take Steve Ray Vaughan out of your band. I mean, I had a hard time with that. And vocals, it's hard for me. And I mean, listen, I could have had the whole Lynyrd Skynyrd guys in my band, but I'm trying to be open-minded, right? Danny Joe Brown has just got such a style. But I think he would overpower some other guys.
To me, the perfect match, Lubeck, and what's their name?
Roland,
Holland, Galvin is in the piano,
yeah.
And their band, Molly Hatchet, Danny Joe Brown, their power was Danny Joe Brown, and can he play up to Danny Joe Brown? That's my thing.
Yeah, the thing about Danny Joe Brown, he does dominate the band, whereas even Ronnie allowed everybody to have their own space, But Danny Joe Brown, damn, you hardly ever even thought about those three guitars when he started singing. It's just, man, powerful presence, powerful presence. I can't believe you didn't pick Drew Lombard.
Well, you know more about Drew Lombard than I do.
I love Drew.
I know Grinder Switch and all that, but I hadn't really been on my playlist that much.
Yeah, well, we're going to do a show about Grinder Switch pretty soon.
I'm going to get on my playlist pretty soon.
Yeah, and of course, all the other bands were in the famous Charlie Daniels song. So, you asked for it, you got it. Now, you also asked us to tell us the guys you would never have in your band. I didn't want to go there because we are all a positive show, I hope. Anything else? So, wait. Let's hear y'all's band. Tell me why I'm stupid for having Stevie Ray Vaughan in my band. Yeah, go give that a shot. Tell me why I'm stupid for having Jackson Spires as my drummer. First of all, listen to some Blackfoot before you say it. And I want to hear your comments. Subscribe to the channel. Pass it on to your friends. We need more subscribers.
I enjoy doing this. It's off the cuff. We're having a great time.
But we do this we drive down the road together. We have these same conversations. So it's not anything special. It's just it's who we are, right? We're Skinner guys up and down. Anything else before we cancel the show on our greatest band, all-star, Southern Rock guys?
Number 39. SRV special.
It's over. SRV. Yeah. So we'll see you next time here on our favorite YouTube channel, Skynyrd Shorts. Until then,
come on back.
See you next time.